Hello, it's Dr. Ubashadow MD, and we are back with the conclusion to my campaign. Uh, After defeating the dragon, they spent some time looting the gold from its hoard. Lily learned resurrection spell, so she was able to bring back Oscar's dead parents back to life. So that's good. Um, they went back to their headquarters, their base of operations basically in Old Haven, the ruins of Old Haven, and Oscar gets reunited with his dead parents who are alive now. Then they spend a good hour, hour or so, coming up with a plan. So after the planning phase was done, they start heading towards Arcadia Falls, noticing that there's nothing, it's a ghost town. When they were here before, corpses everywhere, but now it's just, there's nothing. Further in they go, eventually they do see, zombies start animating, but then they stop, and then their souls get sucked out, or life force, sort of, it's weird. They turn to dust, and then they get sucked towards the castle. So they go towards the castle, go back inside the throne room. No one can roll a higher than 15 perception or investigation. So naturally, I let the wizard do an Arcana check in the room, and he senses magical energy be below the thrones. So they stumble upon a switch to open them. So they go downstairs. They find a long, narrow hallway, which weird metal doors that slide open, and they go inside. They find consoles with weird writing on it. They then everyone. I think everyone took a different speech thing so they all could talk in different read different languages. I told them they can't read it because it's not from this world. They're like, oh. So it's a subplot that I'm introducing now at the end of this campaign that's gonna be going on to my other campaigns. Because I have this as a saga type of thing. After fiddling around inside there, blowing up magical canisters, taking damage before fights, they go into the main. They go towards the main chamber. There's a chamber, and then there's the main chamber. So the one beforehand, they see a small cloaked figure, just trying to stop them. And they kill him with ease, and it's their friendly bard, Milo. Finally, I was able to kill him off, and they were and they were the instruments of his destruction. Anywho, after that tidbit ended, they go in the main chamber. The master starts monologuing, and they just keep interrupting him, and he just gets pissed off, and then just uses the Princess's Soul they got from the beginning of this campaign to open up the archway and open up the portal to have the Duskstocker God of Death and Destruction, or no, Death and Darkness, comes through the archway as he jumps down and leaps backwards into the portal, and then it closes. So they're like, why would he jump in there? And then I'm like, roll initiatives. You're against a god. Good luck! It started out pretty well. I banished the druid a couple times. I killed their ranger. It started going downhill for the death god in me when my friend who likes jumping on things, and I should really anticipated that. I really dropped the ball this one. And I didn't have any options of getting him off my back. But I think at one point I had to use like two of my legendary resistances to get him off me, and I had to banish him once, and then when all hopes everything was going downhill for them, and then my friend realizes he has an item that makes him grow as big as the Death God. While he was still on his back, he grew, and it was automatically grappling him. And this is when the final boss fight of this campaign turned into a wrestling match, where he proceeds to do Suplex City onto a Death God. Meanwhile, the druid comes back, resurrects the ranger. I told him like I'll let them know when he's low enough health for the ritual to start working. He's weak enough for the ritual to work. And it took him like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to get him low enough. Meanwhile, he's just being like chucked all over this room, like German suplexes. He got a power bomb. The three amigos, which is three consecutive suplexes, like snap suplexes. I don't know. Overhand, not backwards. Anywho, when the time came and the book started glowing, Druid cast the spell, and honestly, I thought they were gonna sacrifice the wizard, Potter, but no. The Druid took it upon herself to sacrifice herself, and like the spell, like she has this like her hand glue. She had to shove her hand into her chest. Chains start like spilling out, and she starts getting like sucked towards the portal opens up, and she gets sucked towards it, and the chains drag the Death God into the portal. After that happens, oh, she also gave the resurrection stone to make alive the Ranger's Panther again. So after the Death God was shoved back through the portal, immediately after, the Master jumps back through the portal, covering his one eye when he like lifts his hand, like the old one's hand, away from his eye. It's a different color, like it looks like a demon eye, and it's glowing. And he just snaps his fingers and disappears again, setting up for campaign 2. I got their feedback. I mean, this is my first campaign, and the first time me DMing, and this is the first D&D game. So they told me they think it went pretty well. So I feel like I could do better, and that's what I'm aiming for campaign 2. Which might be far away, but it might not be when I release this video. This video might be like months and months away. So I might have one, and I might have a video right after this one for my next campaign. But until next time.